Proud family. What?
You and me will
Always be tight.
Always be
family every single day and night. Even when you start to acting like a fool. You know I'm loving every single thing you do.
I know that
Beast Talk. Another episode.
Anybody
Family.
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 Yeah.
Proud family. It'll make you scream. Family thing. Family. Proud family. Now it's your burden. They make you want to hug. Here we go. Sleep tight knowing that you're there. Everywhere.
The only person that knows this part.
Yeah, every single way you go. Beast Talk, what's up? Proud family.
How many of y'all actually know this part?
Family. Proud family. Kills pain and make you wanna sing. All right. And make you wanna. All right, everybody. It's your boy T Brad, and we are back with another episode of Beast Talk. As you can guess, today's episode is dedicated to the show, The Proud Family. Today, we want to talk about the importance of the show, The Proud Family, and just the dynamics of being in a proud black family. So, without further ado, it's your boy T Brad, and we are here with my girl Just Jill.
What it do, y'all? Just Jill checking in. You know, he's
Checking in on the ones and motherfucking twos.
back again. I don't know what episode we on. I lost count.
I think it's like 8 or 9. I'm not sure.
Nah, we like 10 or 11.
I think it's 8.
No, 8 was like 3 weeks ago. It's okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 8.
Well, it's not. But
I'm
yes,
sipping on
y'all,
my
we
Gatorade.
back. Oh yeah, sipping on the Gatorade.
And Jill sipping on something else.
Sipping on that Henny. Yeet. You know this.
Tell me about your week, Just Jill.
My week was actually pretty good this week. Workouts was great. I got 3 job offers or 3 prospective jobs. 2 of them are in Atlanta, one's in Athens. So I'm looking to move to Atlanta by the end of April and finally be up here. Yeah, it's been a lot of job applications, a lot of applying. That's all I've been doing. That's all I do at work is apply for jobs. I looked at my Indeed profile. Since I've graduated school, I've applied to over almost 600 jobs. So, yeah. People ask, how do you get a job? You have to apply. You tweak your resume and you just keep applying.
AKA lie on your resume.
AKA, yeah, you might have to, tell some tall tales to get that interview, but once you get the interview, everything's gravy if you know how to interview. So that's all you got to do. Oh, and don't put your race.
True.
Because all these folks definitely think I'm a
Hell,
white girl.
sometimes don't even put your gender.
For real, though. But my week was straight.
My week was straight. I mean, I started back working out again. So that's a plus.
Finally.
Yeah, I got on the scale and I wasn't too pleased with the numberation that was there. So I'm trying to make a scale backation on my eating habits. Aside from that, we got a nasty email from shout out to Mel Elder. Mel B. Elder. He owes us money for a photo shoot that we did. We have yet to get the money.
I did not know you was gonna bring that shit up.
I mean, it's been 90 days. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, Mel B. Elder is an Atlanta photographer. He did my graduation shoot a few years ago. We did a Black History photo shoot in January. The photos we did not get back. We've been asking for a refund. He finally agreed to give us a refund. He sent a long email about don't contact me anymore and da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, nigga, until we get our money, we're going to contact you.
Receipts.
And I was being nice, nasty in the email.
Oh, y'all, we've been going through this for a minute now. It's okay. Like, once we get our money back, then we're really going to have fun. That's all y'all got to know.
Yeah, I mean, I basically told him, like, at this point, we need our money back. And he was like, if you need the money so bad, I can send you half on the Cash App, and that's all I give you. I was like, but you said you didn't know what the Cash App was. Now all of a sudden you know what the Cash App is, and you can't send the full amount. he's like, well, I'm a photographer and I'm an artist, and I'm
AKA you're
sensitive
broke.
about my shit. Yeah, he was like, I had to pay for the cost, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I have all these costs and expenses that I have to adhere to, so I can't just give out money like a normal job. AKA you broke, nigga. That's all you got to say. You don't got
And
the
you
money.
don't manage your finances well.
I know, but it's like, pay us some money back, get your ass beat. At this point, even if you pay us some money back, you're probably gonna get your ass beat. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a lose-lose situation for you at this point. Then just the way that you talk to us in the emails is like, it's so vindictive.
Definitely won't be
like,
recommend. It's okay. I just can't speak on what is going to happen in the future. But just know you tried the wrong ones. You tried the wrong ones.
and I normally don't prey on people's downfalls, but in this situation, I really don't care.
No, I ain't even praying on his downfall. Just know
I am. Every night
amount of
before I go to
time
bed.
that you wasted from us, you will get back. You will get back. So it's okay. It's okay. It's
Does the
all
Bible
good.
does the Bible say it, or who says it? You reap what you sow.
Yeah, you
Somebody?
reap what you sow. That is a Bible verse. But yeah, you do reap what you sow.
You reap what you sow, ho.
A bad seed, sir. You sowed a bad one, and you about to get some bad fruit. Whoo, can't wait.
Moving right along. Take us into our pet peeves of the week.
Pet peeves of the week. Pet peeves of the week. Y'all motherfuckers get on my nerves. Let me tell y'all what irks my little nerves this week. Being in the gym, like, okay, I used to play sports, organized sports, so I had practice. I didn't have to deal with going to a gym and working out with a whole bunch of people. And I got this gym membership at this new gym that they built in Athens called Crunch. And what really irks my nerves are all the seasonal gym users. Like, y'all really y'all just take up space. Like, y'all just be in the way. Half the people be sitting on machines, filming themselves, lifting 20 pounds. Like, get out the way. Do your sets, because I know you're not doing more than 3. So do your sets, get out the way. Like, these people that just be in the way. Like, I trying to go to the gym when you get off of work. I work like an 8 to 5 job. Trying to go between that time, like right at 5, is impossible. All the machines are used up. The people that are normally there are there during that time. Then you got the trainers doing their training sessions. Then you just got the people that are in the way, the seasonal gym users, the people that aren't going to be there by the time May comes. I see why gyms make the most in the first quarter, because holy shit, it be so many people. I have to go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning just to have like a decent workout, a really efficient workout, because it be so many folks that just be in the way. Y'all don't be doing nothing, don't be sweating, don't be doing nothing. Like, just be in the way. Like, damn, if you're not gonna use the gym like you're supposed to use it, like if you're gonna be on your phone and all the other stuff, take your ass outside. There's so many outside workouts that you can do. Take your ass running down the street in your neighborhood, go do some push-ups at your house, and be done with it, because you ain't gonna be in the gym longer than 30 minutes anyway. Like, just be clogging up the parking lot, can't park nowhere to be in the gym for 30 minutes. If y'all don't get y'all ass on somewhere, like, for real, dead ass. That's my pet peeve.
You seem really bothered.
It is, because I do this, I live this life for real. This ain't no seasonal thing for me. I do this every day, so.
Yeah, you're just such a gym rat. Like, oh my God, one day if I could just be like you in the gym.
One day if you could just eat right. That's all we want, is you to eat right.
Anyways, my pet peeve of the week is those people on social media who, I realize a lot of my pet peeves have to do with social media. Maybe I just need to get off social media.
Yeah, you might.
But my pet peeve of the week is those on social media, like, it's certain people on my pages that post the exact same thing. Like, they post the exact same vehicle, talking about, oh, I'm grinding, da-da-da. Nigga, you done posted the same car since you've got it. Like, after the first 3 or 4 posts, we don't care. We really don't give a fuck. Like, you have a BMW, you have an Audi, you have a, okay. First of all, it depreciated as soon as you drove it off the fucking parking lot. So it's like, okay, like, we get it.
Most people don't pay full price for their cars anyway.
Not only that, but then they're posting, like, their houses and, oh, I'm living the life. You live with your mom. Your mom is rich. You didn't work for your car. You didn't work for your house. Like, what are you trying to get validated from social media for? You didn't, like, it's not yours.
People just need that, they just, just desire that sense of validation. I don't know what it is about social media and the like thing. Like, people really are addicted to that sense of validation through social media like that. Just, I don't know, just making generic ass posts. I don't know.
I don't know either. It really kind of gets on my nerves. But that's
you
my
might need
pet
to take
peeve.
a break. You might just need to fast this week.
But it's like, I got to promote the show, so
I know,
What
so
am I
you have
gonna
to
do?
be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got to be on. I have to be on it for the hot topics sake. That's why I stay on Twitter, but
Yep.
Facebook and all that other stuff. Y'all just Talkspace.com. Talkspace.com. Please use it.
Speaking of hot topics, we're gonna take a little break, but we'll be right back with our hot topics of the week. Hot topics.
Hot topics.
You might want to put this in the mail before you go to jail.
All right, we are back with our hot topics of the week.
Hot topics.
Hi topics.
I can't.
Some people are so extra.
I know, right?
Speaking of extra, the first hot topic this week is Trey Songz and Nicki Minaj. I guess the little tiff taff, riff raff, whatever started when Remy came at Nicki. Mm-hmm. Remy said a line about something about Trigger and something about her fucking Trey Songz. Nicki got mad at Trey Songz and said you should be denying it instead of laughing at it. And Trey was like, you should be focused on writing your,
Your comeback, girl. Like,
writing your comeback for
Hello.
Remy. So Trey Songz was on the Breakfast Club and he responded to a comment that Nicki said. Nicki was basically like, I gave you these double platinum or triple platinum plaques with the songs that we had together. And Trey Songz on the Breakfast Club said that before Nicki was even on his song Bottoms Up, she wasn't really that big. And basically kind of saying that he helped make her mainstream or bigger. Mm-hmm. So what do you feel about that?
Clearly, Nicki has gotten under Trey's skin. Trey is mainly known for beefing with men. So this is new for him, I guess. But
He been beefing with Keke Palmer lately too.
Oh yeah. He was beefing with her, but like I guess the way he handles his beefs, based off the way what I've heard in the news, is like he's a fighter. Like he would just straight hit your ass. Like he don't give a fuck. He will square up with you. It don't matter. So I guess dealing with girls is a little different for him.
I mean, he's been beefing with a lot of women lately, like Nicki Minaj.
I don't know what's going on with Trey.
I don't know, but he's been going back and forth with a lot of women, like Nicki Minaj, Keke Palmer, August Alsina. Like they're all just kind of like coming at him lately.
I don't know what it is about it, but he was wrong for that statement because Nicki was popping when her mixtape came out. The Scotty, what is it? Beam Me Up Scotty, that mixtape or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That, and then she had the song that they did with Young Money, the Bedrock song.
I'ma make it bedrock.
Her verse on Monster.
Pull up in a monster automobile gangster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka.
She has
that
a
shit
lot
was
of
hard.
other singles and features that were relevant before Bottoms
think
Up.
that Trey
Bottoms Up
Songz-
was big. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Bottoms Up was
Can
huge.
I get that Coke? Can I get that Remy? Can I get that
Yeah.
Margarita?
But
I didn't really like that song though. to be
Trey, you
honest.
didn't put her on either. Like
I want to say that Trey Songz just didn't really have anything to say.
Yeah.
So he just kind of gave that generic comeback. I don't
should
think
just
Trey really
say no
has any.
comment.
Yeah, I don't think Trey really has any beef with Nicki. I think he just needed something to say back.
Yeah, I guess so. But apparently his album's good. I'll listen to it sometime this
Yeah,
week.
they said it's one of his best albums. So,
Really?
Yeah. If not
Anticipation.
his best.
His mixtapes were better. To me, Anticipations was like his best work. Anticipation 1, Anticipation 2. Those should have been albums.
Well, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm gonna give it a little check in the box and go to it. But speaking of albums, Drake's More Life.
Yes, Jesus.
I'm gonna let you talk about that since you're a Drake fanatic,
Oh, Drake dropped More Life.
Drake stalker,
Last
Drake
week.
lover.
And
Drake
I've been
eater.
listening to it all week, which is probably why I'm not up to date on my hot topics because I've literally been listening to More Life all week.
More Life was dope. I'm not gonna lie. It was
good.
a perfect balance between the soulful records, like the song with Kanye, was it Glow?
Yeah.
Watch out for me.
He did a lot of good
I'm
samples.
about
He
to
sampled
blow.
Jennifer Lopez and Teenage Fever,
Yeah.
which was good as
Some
fuck.
of my favorite songs were actually the pop songs like Passion Fruit, Blim.
Yeah.
Like, like this Latin reggaeton, like this island type of vibe. Like it's kind of like a continuation of Work and what's the other song he had? One Dance.
Yeah, One
but they're
Dance.
better.
Yeah.
So I think that it's very. I mean, it's Drake's most critically acclaimed album to date. Surprisingly, I don't like it better than Take Care, but he tried his best.
No
so.
one likes that better than Take. I don't know. I liked it for 22 songs. It was better than the last.
That was another issue
the last
with me.
long album that he put out.
That's
The
another
Views.
issue with me. 22 songs was too much. He could have taken out some of the interludes and some of the.
I mean, he
songs.
called it a playlist, or whatever he's calling it now. He called it a playlist. I guess I don't know what he's gonna release next.
Drake just likes to change the name of what he's putting out so he can seem innovative. Like it's a fucking album, dude. I
I
mean,
like
yeah.
how he put on the London artists, because he mentioned that in his interview, how their culture and Toronto's culture is kind of like the same in terms of how it's like a really big melting pot over there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been affiliated with those London artists for a long time now. So him putting those guys on his album was a really good look for them. He was helping them out. That's what Drake does. He helps a lot of people out. He just,
Yeah.
they call him a culture vulture, but if those people are willing to work with him, then what do you call them?
Speaking of Drake, on the More Life, he had a lot of comments that were kind of like jabbed at Meek Mill. And me and my homeboy,
He's never gonna stop
yeah,
that.
no,
That really bothered him.
no. But me, that's the thing. Me and my homeboy from NYU were talking about that.
That really
Drake,
bothered Drake.
Drake won the battle, but Meek Mill won the war. Drake keeps talking about Meek, keeps talking about him. The fact that Meek got under this nigga's skin and Drake can't stop mentioning him, Meek won. At the end of the day, you can say that Drake had the fire diss, but Meek won because Meek got to you. Meek bothered you to your core. Meek didn't give two fucks about what Drake said. Meek is living his little normal, dusty life that he's been living from day one. Like, Meek doesn't care about Drake. Drake is bothered by Meek. So you can say whatever you want to say about Drake and Meek, but at the end of the day, Meek won because Drake keeps mentioning him.
No, I think he's just gonna keep. Yeah, I mean, Drake's petty though. He's light skinned, so I mean, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna do that.
Shout out to the light skinned people in the building.
I mean, if I was in Drake's position, at that point, just from following his career from the beginning, he talked about how he wouldn't talk about or respond to rappers and all the other shit. But that's something that he really cares about is his pen work and the way he writes and all the other stuff. So when Meek came at him, like I said, I listened to the interview. You didn't listen to that long ass interview that he did, but he was like, Meek himself knows how good of a writer he is. Like he wrote on, I don't know, before Drake got big or whatever, he wrote on Dr. Dre's album or whatever. So like people know, everybody in the rap game knows how good of a writer he is.
But I think that you can be an amazing writer and you can still have a ghostwriter for people because Drake doesn't take any breaks. Drake puts out a lot of music. So it's
He
like
also,
Drake
I mean,
could
he
have
mentioned
help.
that in the interview. He was like, I could really put out a whole bunch of people in the game because he was like, when people make
But that's
songs.
a bitch move. Basically, you're saying everybody
No.
else does it too.
That's the thing. It's not. I don't think it's a bitch move. It's just like you gonna speak on what I do or what you
Because he was talking
allege I
about
do, and I
Drake.
could put out shit that you do. Like he didn't.
I mean-
He didn't because I'm pretty sure Meek has help too. Even though Meek talks about he don't have help. Come on, everybody. Everybody that's mainstream gets help.
But Drake
in order to stay
Drake had
consistent.
his mom.
Except for probably Jay-Z.
Drake had his mom on the album talking about how your demeanor changed and I don't like the tone in your voice. Meek got to you, nigga. If you have your old ass white mother on the fucking album bitching about how, you've changed, Meek got to you.
I mean,
you
he
can
did
say what
get
you
to
want.
him. That's what I'm saying. He got to him because that's what he cares about the most is his penmanship, what he does, like the work that he
But the
puts
fact of the
out.
matter to me with the Drake and Meek Mill situation that no one has yet to address, Meek called the nigga out for ghostwriting. No one addressed the ghostwriting allegations. All they did was skip over and say Meek is Destiny. Drake
He
is light
addressed
skin,
it.
he's
He
better.
addressed it in an interview. He said music. He said the process in making music. He said there's a lot of different contributions that come into making music. He said everybody.
So basically he said he is a ghostwriter.
No, he did not say he has a ghostwriter.
So what did he say?
He said the music making
talked
process.
around it. He talked around it.
He talked
Okay.
about, but when you look at the credits of anybody's songs, it's not just Aubrey Graham and then his producer.
I know. But
So you can look at the credits of any
But
of
I'm
his
saying-
songs
but I'm
and
saying
be like,
most
clearly
people-
he had help.
most hip hop fans don't go to the credits of the albums unless they want to know
You
something.
go to the credit of Meek Mill's shit, and he has multiple writers besides the producer that produced it.
Meek
so that
Mill,
nigga has
no.
ghostwriters too.
When you go to
his
Drake songs,
album.
when you go to Drake songs, Drake has like 10 writers on one song.
Nah, he has.
Yes,
at
he
least,
does.
Besides
That's
the producing,
something-
he probably
that's
has like 2 or
something-
3.
No, that's something that's
mimics
done.
Kanye's.
That's something that's done
'Cause
in
Kanye has, like,
R&B.
10 on his as
That's
well.
something that's done in R&B.
On his rap songs,
In
he has
no.
that?
I'm saying
on his
in
rap
R&B.
songs, on his
In
R&B songs.
it's normal.
On his rap or on his R&B songs?
What?
Does he have 10 writers on his
Do
rap
you know
songs
why
or on
Kanye
his
has 10
R&B
writers?
songs?
Do you know why Kanye has 10 writers on his songs? Because Kanye uses samples. So therefore, when you sample somebody's
does not
music,
Drake- does Drake
so
not use
therefore when you
samples?
don't interrupt me. Therefore, when you sample somebody's
Does he
music,
not use samples? Do Drake
therefore
not use
when you
samples
sample
as
somebody's
well?
music, you have to put them in the writing credits.
Okay, does Drake not
does
use samples?
sample
Yes,
nearly
he
as much.
does.
Drake does
Yes,
not
he
sample
does.
nearly as much as
Are you
Kanye.
serious?
Drake does
Are
not
you
sample more than
serious?
Kanye.
I'm going to send you the Genius link. He
You do
used
that.
like 15 fucking samples
Drake
on his
does
last
not-
album.
Out of 22 songs.
Okay.
Drake does not sample more than
Okay, I looked
Kanye.
at the credits.
Kanye almost samples
I looked
every
at the credits.
song.
I looked at the credits.
Kanye
All the
samples
ones when
almost
he
every
rapped
song.
That, it's just him, his producer, and I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I guess another executive
Uh-huh.
producer, somebody like that. I don't
Uh-huh.
know. So the song that he did with Party, it was just him, Party, and whoever produced it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So
That's
you know
that
what
song.
You know what songs are Drake
That's
songs.
that
You know
songs.
what songs are his.
But in other songs, like
what
on
songs
albums
are
like
his.
Take Care, and what was the last album he put out? What's it called?
Views?
View. Oh yeah, that's what it's called.
Really? You gonna do that? Really?
That album.
Really?
That album had multiple writers on one song. That's something that you see on like a female artist song because they use a lot of writers.
He didn't even consider Views a rap album. He's like, I don't know why they even nominated me for that. So he's like, because they don't know what
Because you
category to
submitted
put.
your song in the
He
rap
said,
category.
but they don't know what category to put me in. So
Nigga, you submitted your music in the rap category. It wasn't like you just, oh shit, I'm gonna accidentally no, you picked the category that you want to be put in.
because they call him a rapper, so why
Right,
not?
but I'm saying,
if you're gonna submit
but
your
for
music,
Drake to come
then
for Drake to come and say, "Oh, I don't know why they put me in the rap category." Bitch, you put your shit in the rap category. The fuck you mean? You didn't put it in the goddamn.
oh my
You didn't put it in the
God.
goddamn
The
country
nigga is
category.
versatile. He's a
Okay.
versatile artist. Like, hate on it if you want to.
Moving
He's
right
gonna
along.
continue.
Moving right along.
He's gonna continue
The next
to
hot
be
topic
great.
is the DC missing girls. I don't know much about it. I just been seeing it on social media. Jill.
I mean, basically what's going on, it's like 14 girls that went missing in DC within the last week, within like 24 or 48 hours
Were
of
they
each
together?
other. No, they weren't together. It was like a whole bunch of different separate cases. And like, I think 4 out of 5 that have been found so far were considered runaways or whatever. But basically there was no news there was no news coverage on it. If 14 white girls went missing in any area of any region of the United States, there would be a motherfucking panic. The motherfucking National Guard would be called out at that point. Like, people would be in an uproar. Like, they'll be like, oh my God, where are these girls? What's going on?
I understand
Even
to
if they were
find-
runaways or not.
I understand the need to find these girls, but I don't understand what the sudden urge of people caring
Because
for
it
is.
happened within like 48 hours.
Right, but I'm saying, but there
And
has
there's been, like, a human trafficking thing going on there.
hundreds of black girls and black boys missing, and no one ever cares. Like when they first started putting kids on the milk cartons, I want to say for like I don't know how many years they didn't put any black kids on the milk cartons. It's like, oh, black kids don't go missing. Yes, they do. They had a show on.
I remember
it was
in
either
Walmart,
TV
you used to see the missing persons list when you walk
Yeah.
in the store. They used to always have that. I used to see that all the time.
I want to say it was like TV One or some black channel. They kind of combated that by creating a whole show dedicated to black kids going missing because white America doesn't care about a black kid going missing.
No, they
They
don't.
had the in Atlanta they had this thing called the child murders.
Mm-hmm.
It was like in the late 80s or 90s, I don't remember. And basically all these little black kids kept going missing and they were being murdered. Their bodies would kind of turn up or whatever. And it was some strange shit going on. They made a movie out of it with James Earl Jones, but basically it was some kind of ties to the KKK, they said. But then they said that it was a black guy who did it. But the black guy, when they took him in, was only like in his 20s, I think. So they're saying basically when he killed all the people, he was in his teens. It just didn't make sense. I don't understand it. I still don't get it, but white people have never cared about black bodies.
Yeah, but see, the thing about DC is where the nation's capital is, but where like DC is mostly black. It's a very I don't know, it's a black ass city.
It's an
like,
urban city,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a very urban city, kind of like Atlanta. So like when the people were talking about this and when it became a little bit more popular on social media, they had a town hall meeting that same week, and like the chief of police was kind of like, oh well, somebody even said they was like they shouldn't dress a certain way, and like the pictures they were using were like mug shots of two girls that they used. Were like mugshots of old shit. And I'm like, regardless of what these kids did or in the past or whatever like that, they're missing. Like, you should treat them as minors that are missing. Like,
White folks don't give a fuck about black people, and that's just not to say everybody, because you're gonna have somebody say, "Oh, well,
No,
he's making
it is
generalizations."
most of them because-
but a lot of them don't, or even the ones.
even this
the
week,
ones-
you didn't see all them,
Right.
all them women that marched at the Women's March in D.C. I ain't see none of them talking about let's help find these kids. The only celebrities or people that I saw that were retweeting it about we're black women.
Exactly,
So
and there's a lot
they
of-
don't give a fuck.
There's a lot of white people that put on this facade like they care. We got to have my homeboy from NYU, Jalen, on here. Me and him had a long discussion the other night about how basically even the white liberals are almost racist in the way, like, they want to be so down for the cause that they don't even understand. Like, they want to be down, but they don't understand our plight or even what we're going through. Like, they want to be, they just want to be in something.
Yeah.
That they don't really
wanna
understand.
be a part of something.
Yeah. So therefore, it's like they kind of work off of stereotypes about black people instead of just actually getting to know black people.
That shit's sad. Speaking of DC, shout out to Trump and his bullshit ass healthcare deal that got denied. Hi, bitch, it's not as easy as you thought it was. That's what you get. He taught. I saw a quote. A video, or whatever. He was saying that he never said that he was going to repeal Obamacare, and of course they come with the receipts. At this point, is this not against the law for him to lie as much as he's lying? Like, it's not against the law to lie like this. Like, they literally have direct receipts of he was like, "We're gonna repeal Obamacare. We're gonna do this," and he was like, "I never said I was going to repeal Obamacare." Like. So, can we not just get him out because of all these fucking lies? Like, this nigga, you're a joke at this point. You thought it was going to be easy. You thought you could give them Republicans them bribes and have them still vote. Them niggas probably took your money and still was like, nah.
In the words of DJ Khaled, Donald Trump, you played yourself.
You did. You played yourself.
Speaking of DC and Trump and presidency, let's move right into the next hot topic of scandal. Spoiler alert, if you did not watch this week's episode,
Yep.
Scandal has gotten good as fuck again. Abby, you're going to die.
Huck, you better not be dead, Huck. That's all I know. Because they didn't show him dying at the end.
Yeah.
So he better not be goddamn dead.
And then the
Damn,
girl,
Huck, you was right.
Then when the girl asked about Huck, she was like, I took care of it. She didn't say he's dead. But in the episode, I don't really want to give too much away, but let's just say there's a traitor among us.
Mm-hmm. That shit is good. Ooh, it's good. And Olivia's dad be killing the monologues.
He does. He really does.
He be killing that shit. Every week he be reading. My God.
He was like, you want to love me, but you think this love I am. Da 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 da.
He be killing that shit. But that's
you
want
to talk about love?
News.
You want to talk about hope? You are my daughter. You do what I say when I say. He just be so into it. Like,
he be killing that shit.
Speaking of TV,
Huck had a good performance too on the episode.
Yeah, he did. Empire returned this week.
I did not watch that, but yeah.
I really feel like people don't really care about Empire anymore. I put up a status this week about Empire dropped from 17 million to 7 million viewers in 1 year. And a lot of people had opinions on that. I mean, I was just putting it out there like,
yeah,
how
so
the numbers
somebody was
dropped.
like, because it's too gay. I was like, bitch, shut your ass up.
It was like, it's too much gay shit.
Girl, good night. Like, good night. On Power, they be full-fledged fucking. Like, ain't nobody got time. Like, come on,
They were
bruh.
saying it's too ratchet, it's too this and that. And I was just like, I mean, I didn't know why the ratings dropped so drastically.
I actually liked last season because they weren't even the gay son in the show, whatever. That wasn't really his storyline last year. It was more so his drug abuse.
Yeah.
When he was on them pills, which is what the fuck people need to be talking about because that's what these kids are on now.
Shout out to
Shit.
everybody from Athens popping Molly's and Zans. Your teeth are
popping
yellow.
fucking Percocets and
Yeah,
Zans.
Percocets.
Y'all can't afford Molly.
But Empire came back. To me, Empire they be taking long ass breaks. Not even in between the seasons. Like just it'll be one season and they'll take a 3-month break.
Yeah, it's not too long of a break. Yeah, it isn't.
I understand if it's on a summer break like most shows, but it's the fucking fall and you're taking 3-month breaks.
The only show
like,
I anticipate like that is Blackish. I like when they do theirs back to back to back because their show is current. Like they talk about current things, so I like that.
But Empire, I don't know. It kind of needs a resurgence or something because I don't see it lasting too much longer. The second half of Empire looks good as fuck. They have Nia Long coming on the show. And speaking of Nia Long, that's the next hot topic. So apparently Taraji P. Henson and Nia Long are beefing, like almost getting into physical altercations behind the set. Nia Long apparently is acting like a diva on set, and Taraji P. Henson is clearly the star of the show. Taraji P. Henson on her social media, and just from what I see in real life, she's very like, black woman
Real.
power. Yeah, like, but she's always talking about the togetherness of black women. She's always shouting out black women. So I can't see her beefing with another black woman unless Nia Long really is trying her. But my friend was asking, who do you think will win in the fight, Nia Long or Taraji P. Henson?
Taraji.
I think Taraji gives off the ghetto persona, but I think Nia might tag that ass. Nia Long might give her a run for
Taraji
money.
look like she used to fight. She looked like she used to fight. She looked like she can fight still.
Maybe. Next hot topic is, so I never knew that, the rapper Dave East, he's a single father.
I didn't know that either.
Me neither. He was on social media kind of just talking about his daughter, and the baby mom was on social media talking about, it's sad that I haven't seen my daughter in such and such time. I birthed her, da-da-da. And I hate when women do that. I birthed my child, so I have more right. No, like, it's 2017. You have a vagina. We know that you're the only, you're the only person that can birth a child is a female. We don't need you to say that, I'm better than you as a parent because I have a vagina. That does not make you a better parent. But basically, she was saying, I birthed my child. I should be able to see and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So then Dave East kind of came back and was like, "You have not had a job since I know you. You've never worked. You don't have a stable environment. You don't have."
Yeah.
And it's hard for a guy to get custody of a child.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have custody or you have, your child, as a woman, you must not be doing something right.
Clearly.
So that was interesting to me because I've never really heard of a rapper being a single father. So that would actually make for a good TV show, a reality show.
Right, it would be. That would be good. I know Chance and his baby mama, they just like settled on whatever agreement that they had.
They're kind of annoying to me because I like Chance the Rapper, but they keep beefing about whatever child support, but then they're always together.
Yeah, so I don't even know if there's a beef.
Me neither. I don't understand. Like, clearly y'all are getting I don't know.
It's platonic. Their relationship's platonic. I guess it just has something to do with money. Since
But
he's gotten all this
how
fame
could you
and
hang
all
out
this
with somebody who wants to take your money so easily? So it's like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what the hell that's about.
I don't know either. That's complicated. Reasons why I don't have children.
So Jill, tell us about your article in the newspaper.
Oh yeah, we didn't record last week. Yeah, I was in the newspaper, our local newspaper last week. They did an article on me about my quest to try to get back on the Globetrotters. Basically, it was a guy from UGA. He was covering Clark Central High School, and someone told him about me and my story, and he found me, interviewed me, and they ran a story. So basically, it was just about everything that happened between last July to now. Or last July till November, because that's when we did the interview. So yeah, it just talks about my life from then on. I had a tryout with the Globetrotters in July of 2016. At the end of July 2016. At the beginning of July, I became ill. Didn't know what was wrong with me. Doctors thought it was mono. Had a lot of different tests that had to be run. Then kind of got like a little cancer scare. They thought it was like lymphoma or some shit like that. And basically, it ended up being...
Did you die?
No, I did not. I mean, I'm here. So anyway, but basically what ended up happening after the trial is when I got my results. But I was like, basically, I had really bad, like I had a fever, a fever that never went away. It was like ranged between 101 and 103 at this, and y'all know how much I work. So I was working, and then I didn't have any energy to work out. So basically, it fucked up my tryout. I never let the people, the Globetrotters, know what was going on with me, but I did not perform well at my tryout. And after that, I finally got the results of what was going on with me. I had to do a biopsy, and it turns out that I have, or had, I don't know if I still have it, a rare autoimmune disease called Kikuchi disease. Yes, I laughed when the doctor said it, because I didn't think he was... Yeah, at first it sounded like an STD, and I was like, what? Like, Kikuchi, like, the fuck? But if you look it up, it's spelled Kikuchi. It's an autoimmune disease, and it lasts between 1 to 4 months, and mine's lasted 4 fucking months, of course. So I had to deal with the symptoms of that. Finally got cleared in November, and just started and been working out ever since. I lost like 10 to 15 pounds during that time.
Hell, I need that disease.
Anyway, you don't want that shit. Got really depressed just because I spent the entire year before that, prior to working out and, to perform well for the child. So I was pretty distraught, didn't know what to do, was working a lot of temp jobs. So my finances weren't really as stable as they should have been. And I was just, pretty fucked up. But the interview was pretty good. I mean, it shows like the brighter side of things. I'm working out again. I'm back in shape. And I'm just going to try again. I'm not going to contact the Globetrotters until I'm actually dunking this time because, you have to show. You can't just tell. You got to show it. So it's a pretty good article for you guys. We'll attach the link in the description of the episode so you guys can check it out if you want to check it out. But yeah, so they did an article on me. So yeah, my mom was kind of like, I don't know, a whole bunch of people was hitting her up and was saying like, oh, I saw your daughter's article, did this, did that. And I was like, yeah, don't care. So, yeah, it's that. But yeah, that was it.
Okay. So the final hot topic of the week is the show Greenleaf came back.
Oh, yeah, that shit is good.
Greenleaf basically explores the dynamics of the black church.
Love it!
It talks about homosexuality, but most importantly, it talks about molestation in the church.
Yes.
There's a lot of black girls, or even black boys in churches who are being touched and, brutalized by these pastors or pastor-like figures. And they kind of get their story swept under the rug. Mm-hmm. So I think the show is amazing because it really touches on that. The acting by Lynn Whitfield is phenomenal.
Yeah.
She plays in a thin line between love and hate, and a whole bunch of other movies. Like,
You would bring up that. I don't know how many of our listeners actually have seen that movie. Like, besides
I thought
you.
everybody's seen it.
I don't think so.
Have y'all seen the thin line between love and hate?
I have, but that's because of you. I mean, like I wasn't.
You never
I
seen
didn't
that,
grow up watching.
Caitlin? No one's ever seen the thin line between love and hate with Martin
I've
Lawrence.
seen it, yes, but
It's like a black classic. Anyways,
we were like 6 when that movie came out. So come on.
but it's like you know the movie with Beyonce and Idris Elba, Obsessed,
Yeah.
or you know the movie with Morris
Yeah,
Chestnut they keep
yeah.
remaking with all these black actresses.
She was crazy as
Yeah,
shit
it's
in
like
that
that,
movie.
but it's back in the 90s. It was good as hell. But yeah, that concludes our hot topics of the week. We'll be right back with our black issue of the week.
Yeet.
Oscar, the electricity just went out. Did you mail the bill?
All right, everybody, we are back with our black issue of the week. This week we wanted to discuss the show The Proud Family, the cultural relevance of the show, and how the proud black family kind of runs and operates from the lens of myself and Just Jill. So without further ado, Just Jill, tell us about the show The Proud Family. What made it so significant when it came out?
Is this just my opinion, or you want?
Yeah,
like
just
facts?
a little bit.
Well, when what attracted it to me was it was all black. It was an all black cartoon on Disney
Mm-hmm.
Channel. Might have been. Is it the first? It probably was one of the first ones that I saw.
Yeah, I think it was one of the
all
first
black.
ones on Disney Channel. They had
Yeah.
like Little Bill, but it was geared to little kids.
Yeah.
And then before that, you had the Fat Albert, but that wasn't our generation.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
think for us, it was like the first show where we saw a black family dynamic in cartoon form. Not only that, but it was led.
a complete
Yeah.
black family dynamic.
The show was led by Penny Proud, played by Kyla Pratt, and it showed a black woman, a young woman. Was she in high school or middle school in the show? It was high
She
school.
was in she was in high school.
Yeah, I think it was high school.
She's like a freshman or something like that. Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of Moesha, in a way.
Yeah, slick.
The mom was a veterinarian, and the dad was he tried to sell his
Yeah, he was like an
snacks and-
entrepreneur or something like that. Yeah.
But I think that the show was so significant to me because it really showed some of the trials and tribulations that young black girls go through in terms of finding themselves. She kind of struggled with her identity in some episodes. She wanted to know her heritage, who she was, and she just kind of wanted to know what made her different from other little girls.
yeah.
So I think that really made the show significant.
and her group of friends was diverse as well.
Yeah.
I'll give them their nod on that because they had the one white girl. I mean, hey, because usually
Zoe.
usually most white shows had the token black girl. So Zoe was the token white girl.
Yeah, not just that, but the show had an amazing theme song.
Yeah. Hello.
Amazing theme song.
Hello.
Like we
so
said,
it was good.
It really discussed her trials and tribulations as she went through, high school. And then it really showed her like a boss. Like, she tried to play football.
Yeah.
She did track. She was swimming. She did everything.
Yep.
She had some amazing friends, like you said, Zoe, Dejanay, Sticky!
Yeah.
And La Cienega. And then there was the Girl Sisters. They were like the bullies of the show.
Ashy
Yeah.
asses.
And I think that the show, like I said, it really touched on a lot of things. But kind of to transition the show into our discussion for today, what makes the Proud Family so relatable to the proud black family?
I guess it just showed it was a positive look on a black family, because most people think that we were raised in single parent homes or that we live in the hood. They didn't live in the hood. They lived in a nice house.
Yeah.
2-parent home. It definitely showed the extended family part of it because, grandmother lived with them or whatever.
And I think that was an interesting topic that you just pointed out. Not only did it show the 2-parent home, but it showed the matriarch of the family in the home.
Yeah.
Sugar mama. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes in black families, we know it, but white America doesn't perpetuate it. We always have this matriarch, this grandmother or auntie or great-grandmother that kind of, what she says goes.
Yeah.
Everything that she says goes. Whatever she says do, you have to do. And I think that was interesting within the show because we don't see that a lot in other shows.
Yep.
That, this black woman, she's kind of the head of the family.
Yep.
I think that was really unique and it was interesting. And the show had some amazing guest stars on the show as well. Like I remember Al Roker, Destiny Child came on the show, Usher.
Yep.
There was a lot of people
Bow
on the
Wow, I
show.
think, was on it.
Bow Wow.
Harvey, Lil Romeo.
Yep. Steve Harvey, Little Romeo, Shia LaBeouf. It really had, Mos Def was on the show as well. It really had a lot of guest stars that really kind of got my attention as a young boy.
And even the movie was good.
Yeah, the movie was good too. They had Mariah Carey on the show. It was just a lot of things that was in the show that really touched me. But another interesting dynamic of the show that I liked was it showed the black father being in the household. But not only that, but we need to speak on the way that black kids are raised, because in a proud black family, that's often something that's overlooked. We are told constantly that, we're kind of told constantly that, we're just out here running amok. But the parenting style within the black household is kind of unique. And Oscar Proud in the show had a daughter named Penny Proud. Penny wanted to go out and date because she was a young woman. And Oscar was very stern. He was very loving, but he was very stern in the way that he did parent. Mm-hmm. So, you being a woman and having a father, how was that show relatable to you, like, in terms of, like, having a male presence telling you what you can and can't do?
Well, I lost my dad right in that puberty stage, like right before that whole I wanted to date people and all that other stuff. So I didn't really get to experience that whole him like shutting everything down, because I was like, I don't know, the apple of his eye. So he rarely told me no. The way my dad was strict was he was strict in the way that we presented ourselves. We had to iron all our clothes for the week on Sunday. We had to pick all of our clothes out. We had to clean our rooms every Saturday. The way I had to arrange, it's crazy because if you know the way I live now versus the way I was raised, it's completely different. We had to arrange our shoes. Like I had to put my shoes in my shoe boxes. I had to put them like how they come in the store. Mm-hmm. I had to put them in the box. Have the front part of the box where it shows what type of shoe it is, facing the closet. All of my hangers were color coordinated. Everything had to be hung up. Yeah, pretty much. Everything had to be hung up, and it had to be hung up by colors. So all my blacks, from my blacks to my whatever reds, they had to be hung up. My jeans had to be hung up by the creases. I had to iron my jeans by the creases. Mm-hmm. I had to iron everything at the beginning of the week, I already said that, and make my bed every morning, keep my room clean and stuff. Like, we cleaned every Saturday. Like, my dad did not play that shit. So that's how I was raised.
So do you think that, kind of relating to you and Penny Proud, having a strong black father in the household early in life, do you think that was beneficial to you?
Yeah, it definitely was beneficial to me. Even though I'm not nowhere near as neat as as how I was raised. I still know how to, if I wanted to be like that, I know how to be like that. And he just, that was a great foundation for me. Like, that he instilled a lot in me. I know how to dress for certain things. I know how to prepare myself for certain things.
You know how to navigate through different social spaces.
Yeah. He definitely, because the way you looked and the way you appeared, your presentation meant everything to him. So that's something I definitely learned.
I also loved how overprotective Oscar Proud was. Like, he really not had a leash on Penny, but he wanted the best for her. And I think that oftentimes we are told that black men do not care about their children, specifically their daughters. And in this show, we saw that Oscar Proud was very hands-on. He wanted to know who Penny Proud was going out with, where she was going, what time she was coming home. He wanted to know all of those things. Mm-hmm. But to kind of piggyback off of that in terms of the parenting, I think we need to talk about the way that black kids are raised. Like, a lot of black kids are raised with this. We talked about it before in another show. Like, you're not allowed to talk back to your parents.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely how I was raised.
And Penny wasn't allowed to just, mouth off at her parents or just, go out and run amok. And the few
times that she did try it, Oscar almost tried to strangle her.
Yeah, and I think that was very... I think that was unique because in the show, I noticed that Oscar was the one giving out the punishment. It wasn't the mother. Mm-hmm. In fact, another positive aspect of the show that I loved was Oscar was fluid in his work, meaning he wasn't very stable. Yeah. He was always trying to invent stuff, and Trudy was a veterinarian. She was the one bringing home the checks. So in the show, we see a strong black woman leading the family. Yeah. She was the one bringing in the income. Yep. So I know that you said that your father passed. So after that, your mother had to bring in all the income. Yeah. So how does that relate to the Proud family with having the mother lead the household or just, lead the family?
I mean, that shows a lot on just women, black women in general, even the ones that have to be single mothers. They do what they need to do to make sure that their family is can be in the position or be in the environment that they want them to be in. After my dad passed away, we lived in a 5-bedroom house and stayed there up until last year. So my mom made sure that we stayed in that house, even though we didn't even have to. She made sure that we stayed in that house, in that environment, that our environment didn't change and stuff like that. And she kept, I don't know how she did it, honestly. Like, I kind of know because we were eating Great Value everything and, got like a couple pair of sneakers every year. But other than that, like, she made sure them bills are paid. So, that's what she did. And it's crazy because when I look back on it, even when both my parents were alive, my dad was the spender. My mom was the saver. And that's kind of, she tells me that all the time about how I am with my money. I remind her of my dad because, like, as soon as I get money, I'm willing to spend it or whatever. I'm not really, like, looking to save towards the future or whatever like that. So that's interesting. That was definitely interesting. My mom's kind of always been that person in the family, even though both of them had jobs. She was the saver and making sure all the bills are paid and all the other stuff and everything was taken care of first.
That's interesting. I know another aspect of the Proud family that was so unique to me as well was that Penny Proud was a young black woman. She was a teenager. She was going through adolescence.
Yep.
And she was basically, her body was changing. She was, she was going through metamorphosis. She was becoming
metamorphosis.
She was becoming a butterfly.
Yeah.
So the show really followed a young black female in that stage.
She didn't get pregnant, thank God.
She didn't get pregnant. She wasn't out, thought mongling around in the streets, laying it low and spreading it wide.
Yeah.
Well, it was a Disney show. But it really showed a different side of a black woman or a young black girl in a cartoon form that we really hadn't seen.
Yep.
Like we said before, we hadn't seen that show in a cartoon form.
She was so dynamic.
She was dynamic. She was strong. She was powerful. She was educated.
Yep.
And she was very articulate in the way
Yep.
that she did speak. So I think that was another aspect that really, grabbed my attention. I want to go back and talk about the family structure in terms of the extended family. Growing up in a black family, we're very proud. We get together on these holidays and birthdays and family occasions, and we have our extended family come together. Mm-hmm. What has that been like for you? Like, how do you kind of relay that to the Proud family?
For me, we didn't. I don't live. We live in a different state than where my parents were raised. So my dad was raised in Buffalo, New York. My mom was raised in Myrtle Beach and in Connecticut, between both of those places. So whenever we wanted to visit family, we would have to travel pretty far to do it. So it'll be like during the summertime or something like that. And but whenever we did get together, it was a big party. My dad didn't like visiting his family as much as my mom did, for personal reasons. He just didn't want us to be around them pretty much. I don't know.
Your dad sounds just like me.
Yeah, he like when he left that city, he like basically was like, I vow never to be back here and live here or nothing like that. And he stayed true to it. The people on that side of the family really looked up to my dad, even after he passed, because of just the way that he declared his independence from everybody on that side of the family. So, they really respect him and his work ethic. But yeah, when it comes to Myrtle Beach and my mom's side of the family, yeah, every time we went up there, big party, cooking, shrimp bowls, all that stuff. Like, I love going up there. And then my great aunt passed away, which was kind of like the big mama of the family. She passed away a few years ago, and it's kind of like ever since then, it really hasn't been the same on that side of the family either. So it's that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's how it is. Black families, like, y'all get together and the food is made and you eat good, you laugh good, and you split, you spread your separate ways. But we didn't have family in Georgia, so
who was it that we went to that time? Sylvania, Georgia.
Yeah, my grandparents stayed down there.
We rode down there. Oh.
You went with me down there?
Yeah, so Thanksgiving dinner, we had no service, and I was sitting in the corner the whole fucking time.
Yeah. I spent a summer there, like 3 weeks there, and that was like, oh my God, like. That was before cell phones. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus, yeah. But, yeah, my grandparents stayed down there. So, yeah, my grandparents did stay in Sylvania, Georgia. So that was like a 3-hour trip.
Yeah, that was definitely not the move. I liked how the Proud family, they talked about shows like Cultural Identity and Heritage. I remember one episode they went back in time, and Penny Proud was kind of playing these powerful black figures, Angela Davis and things like that.
Yeah.
Maya Angelou. I think that was very interesting to see that, because a lot of shows, especially on the Disney Channel, did not really touch on those issues that were so daring to black people to talk about.
Nope. Yeah, you're right.
I think that was unique. Another part of the Proud Family that I noticed was the Proud Family discussed issues among social classes. We didn't really understand it at the time, but it did.
Yeah, they did.
Like La Cienega was very wealthy.
Yep,
she had a lot of
wealthy.
She had a lot of money and things that Penny wasn't poor, but she had multiple siblings and just the dad Oscar was working, but he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was spending more money.
What
to
did
make money.
La Cienega's parents do? Why they have so much money?
Her mom was a police officer.
Her mom was a police officer,
okay.
and the dad was. I don't know what he was.
I think he was a car salesman. Or I don't know if
something.
he owned a dealership. I don't know if it said do something like that. But yeah, they did. They had bread. But she was the only child, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's probably why it was
Some
like
big
that.
ass feet.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You remember that episode? I remember that she had the feet at the goddamn flippers at the pool.
That's crazy because I related to that because at the time when that show was on, I was like in the 6th or 7th grade with size 11 feet. And I was like, are my feet gonna fucking stop growing? Like, this shit is ridiculous.
She's a monster.
That shit was crazy.
But I remember the show kind of touched on that, and it was different. It was unique to see how like you kind of forge a friendship between somebody who has, more money than you,
Yeah.
and you can't do the things that they do.
Yep.
Or their parents are a little more free in terms of what they do.
Yep. Then Dejanay had way more siblings than Penny
I'm gonna
did.
I'm gonna touch on that right now, actually, because I was reading an article, and me being so caught up in colorism.
Mm-hmm.
Is blackness associated?
As well?
Is ghetto-ness associated with darker skin?
Yeah, it is.
Penny Proud and her mother were both light skinned. La Cienega was light skinned. La Cienega's family was light skinned. I think they were Latino and black.
You consider Penny light skinned?
Yeah,
on the
Penny
show?
was light-skinned.
She was brown to me. I'm
Well,
sorry.
she was a light brown.
Because La
And-
Cienega was light skinned.
Yeah, but I'm saying she was still light brown.
Yeah.
But they were all very educated. They were very articulate.
Yeah.
But then you see Dejanay. She was ghetto. She was loud. Ghetto.
But see, Sticky was dark skinned and he was smart.
Sticky didn't.
Sticky
wasn't really on the he was on the
Yeah.
show, but he wasn't really vital on the show.
Yeah, he wasn't, but he was smart though. He was the tech geek.
But Dejanay was dark skinned. She had
Yeah.
9 brothers and sisters. You never saw her parents. She
Nope.
looked like she was stripped out of the Bebe Kids movie.
Straight
you got
up.
Oscar Proud, who was dark skinned.
Yeah.
He was basically unemployed.
Yeah.
He was kind of gravitating between the jobs. Then there was somebody else in the article I was reading who was dark skinned, and they were basically
Probably the brother.
no, the girl sisters. The girl sisters
Oh,
were dark
yeah.
skinned, and they were like these ghetto bullies.
Yeah.
And the article was kind of talking about, even on the show, we didn't notice it, but why is ghetto-ness or why is something negative associated with the darker skinned characters?
Yeah.
Why is the lighter skinned character? It's like, damn, no matter what you want, it's funny to me. Light skin versus dark skin is always there. Like when you look at it on TV, it's always there. Why are the lighter skinned characters on the Proud Family something positive, but the darker skinned characters is always something negative?
Yeah, that is true. I didn't even notice that. The lighter skinned characters on TV now though are Ghetto and Ratchet, Jocelyn Hernandez.
Yeah, that's reality TV.
But
though.
yeah, that's reality TV. There's not even a fucking black show on Disney Channel right now like
Yeah.
Proud Family.
Not only that, but
There
I
isn't.
I know this is off topic, but me and my friend were talking. There's not any shows with just dark skinned people on it.
No.
Every black show that is on TV that is on TV has they're light skinned black people.
Yeah.
Even on the episode, we're gonna talk about that later. But we watched the episode of Blackish, and Blackish was basically talking about how even black people are color struck. When black people aren't often represented on TV, but when they are represented, they're always light skinned.
Yeah.
Like there's no Wesley Snipe. There's no niggas like. There's no chocolate niggas on TV. It's just not.
Nah.
There's no chocolate families on TV. There's hundreds of dark skinned families out here, and you have that one light skinned kid.
The last one I can remember, Smart guy.
Smart
the
guy
main
was
character, he was
light-skinned.
light skinned,
Yeah.
but the brother was
The
dark
brother was
skinned. Even
dark-skinned.
though even then he was considered the dumber one or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right.
Like I cannot think of a black show with all dark skin, like a
Cosby
dark skinned
Show.
family. The Cosby Show did
But one
have.
sister was light skinned, but
Yeah.
the rest of them were dark skinned.
Well, 2 sisters were dark skinned, and Raven was light skinned. I mean, 2 sisters were light skinned. Raven was light skinned. The mom was light skinned. But you did have, Bill Cosby was dark, Rudy was dark, Vanessa was dark, Theo was dark.
Yeah.
But Theo and Vanessa were kind of dumb. Like Theo was dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Vanessa wasn't dumb, but she just.
She made dumb decisions.
Yeah, she made dumb decisions. And like, she was kind of like the awkward, ugly one.
Yeah.
But, Denise was smart, but she didn't know what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
But she was still like pretty and just,
They were proud of her.
And Sandra, she was, lawyer or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
But
she
it's
was
like,
the successful
why
one.
is kind of to piggyback and bring it back to the Proud Family? Why is ghetto-ness or something negative always related to darker skin tones.
Because black people don't consider black as they don't consider that as success. Like, I don't know.
I never even noticed that when watching The Proud Family until I read the article. And I was like, damn,
Yep.
I never looked at it like that.
Shit crazy.
It is.
Subliminal messaging.
It is subliminal
everywhere.
messaging. But on a positive note, I did like the representation of black feminism in the show. Like we said before, Trudy Proud, she ran the family. Like
Yeah.
she was the moneymaker.
Yep.
She brought in all the money. She had a stable job. I don't really remember her on the show like that. I mean, I remember her there, but like she wasn't.
she whatever Penny wanted, she would be like, ask your father or whatever like that. I think it might have been like one episode where she like kind of like disciplined Penny for something that she did or whatever, but she was always at work, so that's why she wasn't really on the show like that, or either taking care of those twins that never got older. On the show,
Yeah, I remember the twins.
They stayed 1 year old for the whole time.
I like how the mom. Kind of like she.
I didn't like.
balance
I liked
everything.
her, but I didn't like that she always put Oscar down. She always was like, she always had something negative to say about him, and I didn't like that. And I felt like that was why a lot of his whatever he was trying to do, his inventions and shit like that weren't successful, because his mother never really like. I mean, it might have been like one episode where she like was like, "I love you, son," this, that. But most of the time on the show, she was always cracking jokes on him and stuff like that. And I really felt like that affected him.
And yeah, I mean, he was kind of made out. Like I said, he was made out to be something negative, just like all the other characters who were dark skinned on the show.
Yep, and even then, Penny even used to compare him to Wizard Kelly and stuff like that. So like, I feel like he just took a lot of the heat for that shit, for not being successful.
Kind of take it back to the light skin, dark skin thing. What are we saying? A lot of light skin people have white in their blood, even if they don't know it. That's how they became light skin usually.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, like, you know, the great grandmother was raped by a same man, whatever. Are we saying that people who don't have white in their blood are stereotypical and they're coons? Like, they're always something stereotypical on TV.
No, I don't think so. Oh, I mean, yeah, they are usually on TV, yeah. I was about to say,
Not in real life, no, but like
hell
on TV,
no.
that's what we always see. I don't know. I just thought that was unique.
Dark skinned people are more athletic.
That is usually true. Steph
No,
Curry would
that's-
argue different.
He's not athletic, so let's
He's really not.
clear that. He's not athletic, so let's clear that up.
What were some other interesting things about the Proud Family that you liked?
Let's see. The friends.
Yeah,
Like I
friendship.
said, the friends. They're diverse friends. The
they
white girl wasn't.
She could dance her ass off. Remember that
She was
episode
like-
when Zoe was dancing?
Yeah, I remember that. She was like real insecure. Like they kind of gave her that typical white girl role where she was just like, oh no, this, that. But she wasn't like that. She tried to be black type
Yeah.
role. She just fit in where she got in. Like it wasn't like.
And I think that's unique because those are the kind of white people that we like.
Yes.
We don't. Not saying all black people, but a lot of us, we don't like white people that try to be black.
Yeah.
Like, be yourself.
Yeah,
and
just be yourself. And if you fit in, you fit in. If you don't, you don't.
If you don't, you get left in the dust.
Yeah,
Shit.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. Catch up.
Catch 22. But yeah, I think like that's definitely dope. Some more interesting things about the Proud Family. I can't really think of anything, but I did like the representation of black feminism or womanism.
Yeah.
I think that those themes and the characters were very diverse in terms of the matriarch character with Sugar Mama, Trudy Proud being the moneymaker and balancing a very, very healthy career with being a veterinarian. And then with Penny Proud, she was, the young daughter, but she was educated and she was very fluid in what she wanted in life and fluid in knowing different things and different aspects. And I like how the show really represented a proud family. Is there anything else that you could think of in terms of not just the show The Proud Family, but the Proud Family in terms of like the black community? What makes the Proud Family? Yeah.
What about the episode when the twins are getting baptized and Oscar's family and Penny's family had to come together?
Oh yeah, they did.
You said-
Her Trudy's
which one?
family.
Yeah, I mean Trudy's family.
Yeah, because they didn't really like
like
Oscar.
talking about bringing families together.
Yeah, and Oscar's family was like the ghetto family.
Yeah, his family was like the ghetto family, and Trudy's family
See?
was like her parents were lawyers or some shit
It
like that.
reminds
And
me
they
of
like
that
never
movie.
liked Oscar.
It reminds me of that movie Jumping the Broom.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
the dark skinned family was the ghetto family and the
Yep.
light skinned family.
Again.
Damn, we really need to dig into this light skin, dark skin shit. Like, why are black people always? But I don't even know what to say about that. Like, that's just it's just the way it is. It seems like I don't understand that. But I think that extended families is another thing in the black community or the black family that we do have to discuss because a lot of families don't like who you choose to be with.
Yeah. I would have to raise my hand and say, I would beg to differ. I think the person that I'm with right now, their family has grown to love me.
Grown too.
I mean, at first they didn't and that's only because of the person that she was with before. And they didn't like her. So it's kind of like, oh, well, they kind of thought I was like the same type of person, but I wasn't. So like they've really grown to like know me as a person, and like, you know, it's been a lot different. It's a lot better than what it first was. And it's crazy that and her family is way different than mine. So it's like, shit, that's like some real proud family shit for real. Like her mom retired military, dad successful salesman or whatever like that, and they set. And here I am from a single parent home, just trying to get out my mom's house. And they still love me because, I mean, I think they just love my ambition and my willingness to, you know, try to be successful. So I think they appreciate that. And I also, you know, don't treat their daughter like shit. So
That's true. True. I think that extended families, like we said, is a big part of being a proud family. What are some things that make the black family proud that we don't see? Like, what makes black families proud? I would say our heritage.
Yeah, I was about to say our heritage, and
Our
even
our collective struggles that we go through.
Yeah, that collective struggle, the heritage. Even though if you don't know where you actually came from, because I feel like heritage kind of more so relates to African Americans that have like that Caribbean, you know, descent. Like if you know Jamaica, because they're really, you know, they're really close to their heritage and stuff like that. But black people that are just black
in America,
our heritage, I guess, consists of family reunions. You know, get-togethers like that, like Sunday dinner, Thanksgiving, holidays, funerals, because that's a big event in black culture for real.
Fish fries,
like stuff like that. Like that's
church.
Church. That's that that just all relates to being proud and just the way you. I don't know. It's just
And coming into this episode, I really was thinking I would love to see the Proud Family redone, but I would like to see it done in terms of the family is. It's still the cartoon, same name, but they're African.
Oh.
Like they're wearing dashikis, and they still talk about things that Africans go through, but it's still an American show.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see it different.
That would be
or even the whole family.
Different.
Yeah, or like the whole family is dark skinned.
Because I've heard that, just from people I went to school with, that African Americans, like the way they're raised is completely different from Black Americans. So,
but I think it's still very similar in terms of like the strictness, the strictness, the sternness, you can't talk back, stuff like that. But
their standards are a lot higher.
They are.
I would definitely say that.
I don't know. I think that concludes our Black Issue of the Week. We're going to take a little break, but we will be right back with our Black History of the Week.
Hey, baby, brah.
All right, we are back with our Black History of the Week. Just Gio, take us away.
Alrighty. We got some facts for that ass. Receipts. Here we go. While 23% of all black families live below the poverty level, only 8% of black married couple families live in poverty. Let's see. The highest poverty rates, which is 46%, are for black families with children, which are headed by single black women. This is significant considering more than half, 55% of all black families with children are headed by single women. But you told me recently that number is decreasing apparently because there are more single men.
Yeah, there was
households?
Yeah, there was a statistic that came out in the AJC, especially in Atlanta. Black families led by single fathers are doing more. They're doing better. They're earning more. They're more educated and stuff like that. I could understand why the earning more statistic might be a little skewed because men earn more than women in general.
Yeah.
But in terms of they're more educated, that was not alarming to me, but it was different because men usually aren't as educated as women. So just on average, if a black man is a single father, he's probably not as educated as a woman, but that was interesting to me.
Okay. And between the decade of 2000 to 2010, there was an increase in black family poverty. It raised to 24%. Since 2010, it's decreased slightly, only by 1%, 23%.
Damn.
I know, right? That shit's sad.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, so like That's the census report or whatever. But yeah, like this shit's crazy. Like
Cray.
we are even if you're married, you're still like what they say. 27% of all African American men and women and children live below the poverty level, compared to just 11% of all Americans. Why? What is the reason for that?
Reparations.
Lack of opportunity.
Lack of resource.
Like
all that stuff.
shit. Motherfuckers got whole ass degrees and can't get and I'm
Jobs.
struggling to get entry level jobs. An entry level job. Like this shit's crazy. They put a law out last year about discrimination with dreads. Why? Where the fuck did that come from? Who's the majority of people that have dreadlocks? Not white people. Black
people.
So now corporate America can choose whether or not they want to hire you based off the way your hair looks. That is the most racist shit I've ever heard in my life. That's a real ass law, by the way, y'all. So y'all can check that out. Y'all can fact check me if y'all want to. It's real. So yeah.
Gonna take a little bit. Brain fart. We're gonna take a little break, but we'll be right back to finish this episode up with our complicated question of the week.
Come on over here and rub Sugar Mama's feet.
All right, everybody, we're going to end our episode with a complicated question of the week. Now, Just Jill, answer this. How would you describe the current state of the black family as it relates to the way the media portrays African Americans today?
Whew.
That's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question. The way the media portrays the family today, shit. I mean, it ain't really shit changed to me. Whenever something happens, I remember you remember that kid fell into the zoo or whatever, the pit or whatever,
yeah.
and they just had to bring up the parents or the dad's arrest record or something like that. The shit had nothing to do.
But then didn't the white kid do it like a week later or something?
And like the way the media, they're always gonna portray us in a negative light.
Yeah.
That's never gonna change.
I remember when a black kid, a little black boy stole his grandmother's car and went joyriding, and he was on the news.
The one that was on
the
Boondocks. They did the Boondocks episode about him.
Probably,
right?
yeah. He was like cussing and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like a week later, a white kid stole the car, and they gave him a fucking morning special on Good Morning America, and he was just this little cute and cuddly white kid.
Hell,
like,
Cash Me Outside Girl is a great example of that right now. Like, that bitch is hella disrespectful, and apparently she's on trend to make $1 million this year for being a disrespectful ass little girl that needs her ass beat.
Speaking of that, just kind of piggyback off that, not really topic, but the photographer Mel B. Elder, who took our pictures, he blocked us on social media.
He did.
And then he was on Twitter talking shit. We could see. And he was like, I will not be bullied. Da, da, da. He was referring to us bullying him into paying our money. He was like, catch me outside. How about that? And I was like, nigga.
How about you meet us? Right. Man, whatever,
But back to the black issue of the week. I definitely think that the state of the black family in terms of TV is... I think that it's not really shown except for in Blackish.
Yeah.
In Empire, you do see the black family, but it's so
drama based. That's such a soap opera.
Same with Greenleaf; those are soap operas, so that's kind of expected. But in terms of just like regular sitcoms, the black family. I mean, you have Blackish. I want to say there's this show called The Carmichael Show. I don't watch that either with Loretta Devine. It's probably going to get canceled.
And all the Tyler Perry shit. I didn't watch House of Pain. I didn't watch any of that coon ass shit. I didn't like that.
That stuff was just too corny.
It was really corny to me. I didn't like it.
But yeah, I think that you have Blackish, but aside from that, like I do think there needs to be more family dynamic black shows.
Yeah,
even with shows like Insecure in Atlanta, those are amazing shows, but they're not family. They don't show black families.
That's about single. Those are about single. I mean, because right now, being that we're in our 20s or whatever, well, you have a family, but I don't have a family, so it's like I can't relate to a family-based show right now because I'm not in that stage of my life. I feel like once we reach our 30s, I feel like those shows are gonna show up or whatever. Hopefully within the next couple of years they show up, honestly. But there isn't no representation. There's not one on Disney Channel I can think of.
I think that in the 90s there was an influx of black family shows. Mm-hmm. You had like the Cosby Show, it was going off air at the time, but you had the Fresh Prince come along. You had what other black Family Matters. You had it was quite a lot of black shows representing. Sister was a black family. It was a blended family. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna do an episode on that as well. But I think that the representation in terms of what a black family is today could be a little better, could be a little bit more
It could
cohesive.
be a little stronger because it's needed. I feel like it's needed right now, especially with these kids that are coming up in the social media age. It's definitely needed. Blackish is not enough.
And people
for
don't
these
even watch
kids.
Blackish, surprisingly.
Right, I know, right? That's
I don't
crazy.
understand why it's good
such
as
a
hell.
good show. It's such a good show. Y'all need to watch it.
It's an all light-skinned family.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but it's
Throw that out
still
there.
a really good show. Like, yeah, that another show is needed because these kids need the kids that are coming up need it. They need it. Like, it was just a news article, a news briefing or whatever the other day in Atlanta. Some kids in middle school had to get taken to the hospital because they were high off of Xanax and marijuana. These kids are in middle school, 6th graders. Why are y'all taking Xanax? Like, that's something that needs to be discussed.
Probably
Like, this
from
shit is
Athens,
crazy.
child.
Nah,
Ain't
they
no
weren't from
telling.
Athens. This is Atlanta. This is definitely Atlanta area. So, like, it's shit like this. Their only influence is Future and fucking, because I'm pretty sure they're not watching Disney
Mask
Channel.
Off is a song of the year right
They're
now.
probably
I'm just
watching
gonna throw it out
reality
there.
shows. Yeah, it is.
Percocets. Molly Percocets.
Jesus, we need to get Future some help. God
Yeah.
damn. But yeah, like these kids that are coming up now, they need a show like how we had Proud Family and That's So Raven and stuff like that. Because I feel like that's what kind of molded us or our generation to
Oh yeah, That's
being
So Raven
the
was,
kids
it
that
was a
we are.
family show still.
Yeah. So yeah.
Definitely. All right, everybody, it's your boy C. Brad, and I'm signing off from another motherfucking episode of Beast Talk, coming live from...
The fuck?
All right, it's your boy C. Brad.
Oh, this your girl Just Jill. We out.
Out.
You and me will always be tight. Memory every single day and night. Even when you start to acting like a fool, you know I'm loving every single thing you do.
Fucking you make me proud of me, cause I know that you doubted me. Even told me I would never get with you, told me I could never get with you. But this pride in me wouldn't let you slide by me. That's when I came back round. I played my game with no respect.